Okay, I'm back. The last two things I'd like to bring to your attention. Hold on. She did mention to bring a travel alarm clock, which I did. Mine is not digital, it's the old fashioned way, but it really came in handy because we went through so many different time zones. But for tours, you have to be on the ship's time. So I made sure when I got on the boat to find out what the ship's time is, and then I set my travel alarm clock that stayed in the room to that time, and then I also took with me a watch. And I usually don't wear watches, but I took a watch so that we would be on time to get back on the boat when we got off for the tours. They also had the big sign by the where you got off the dock, the port at the dock where you got off the boat. You know what I mean? Just to be back on board at this time. I'm not sure if they made it or not, but there was an announcement that they were looking for 4 people to make sure they had made it on the boat before they pulled off. Don't know if they made it. There was not another announcement, so hopefully those 4 people made it back on the boat. So, but yes, they're very serious about that. They have to leave at the appropriate time so they can have you at the next port at the appropriate time, especially if you signed up for tours that leave at a specific time. So one other thing I would like to mention, when you pre-sign up prior to getting on the boat, when you sign up for your tours, they have all that information ready for you when you come to your room and you get the tickets. So I got them, but I called myself putting them up, and I put them away from myself. I didn't remember where they were, and I didn't find them until we were on our way back to Seattle. So, but the good thing is when you pre-do it, they have your information. So they always have an office right on in port, so you can go to, and then they just call ahead on the ship and say these people from cabin whatever are here for this tour. Have they previously signed up? And that helps, especially if the tour you want is already sold out. If you've already signed up for it, they have your name, they have your spot saved. So that was a godsend because I couldn't find the original tickets. So they already had our names down. So all they had to do was call and say, are these people registered for this particular tour? Yes. And so they just wrote us up another like paper ticket or whatever, so that we were able to do our tours that we wanted at the times that we had originally signed up for. So that's very helpful. Make sure you go on the princess.com website after you get your locator number or reservation number and sign up through them that way, because then they have a record for you if you happen to lose your tickets or forget what tours you signed up for. They have that information for you. So that is another plus on the Princess Cruise. The other thing they had that I used was the at princess dot c something. Anyway, it's a like an internal Wi-Fi website thing where it lists your tours. You can find out how much your account is at that time, where we're going. It also has the events on there, and it's free. It's using the ship's Wi-Fi. So as soon as you get on board, put your phone on airplane mode and go into their Wi-Fi, and you can sign up with your name and a password log in or whatever, and that one is free, and you can just check all the time while you're on board. If you're on board with some friends or family that are also signed up, you can send messages to each other at no cost. So that's another great advantage that they have. They also have internet on board, but that is a cost. They have different plans, but if you want to go by minutes, say you don't need the whole time, you don't need it the whole time on it, you just want to send a quick message to someone or go check your email or internet if you don't have access through your cellular system, because as I found out, Sprint is not in Alaska, so didn't have access. It's 79 cents a minute, so 10 minutes is $7.90. So plan accordingly. I think I did that, and I used less than a half an hour, and I just checked my email and some accounts and things of that nature, and it was fine. So I paid less than $30 for the time that I was on there, which isn't bad. So you might want to check that option if your phone is not able to use that, or maybe you already have international roaming or whatever. So check with your provider before leaving so you know what you're able to do, and that way you'll know and you'll have another option once you get on board. The last thing I like to mention in this portion of it is I bought these also from the dollar store, Dollar Tree specifically. And these, cruisetips.com suggested a poppable hamper. And when I first went to the store, I saw them, but when I went back, I didn't see them. So I just got some of these, and these are the laundry bags, lingerie bags, things of that nature, really lightweight. And you could just put your clothes in here. The main thing we were only going to wash specifically was lingerie and things of that nature. So you can put it in here, and you can toss the whole thing into the washing machine, or you can just put them in here to hold until you get ready to do your laundry. So you'll have something to walk down the hall with instead of carrying them, in your hand or whatever, or in a plastic bag. But they do give you a little portable bag, a little Princess Cruise bag that you can take on and off the ship with you during your import days, as well as when you buy your souvenirs. If you don't have enough room in your suitcase, that could be part of your carry-on if you're flying out of port. So that is another helpful tool that they give you. So that's all I wanted to discuss today. If you want to know what I wore on the cruise, I can show you that, especially the nighttime things. During the day, it's strictly casual, so I just wore like jeans and a t-shirt or whatever. There are 2 formal nights, but I like to dress, so I dressed every night, not necessarily formal. I just took like some sundresses and some wraps and things like that. So that's what I wore for dinner, except for the 2 formal nights where I actually wore a long formal gown. But most of the people, if they did dress like that, everybody went all out for the last formal night, where they have the the Baked Alaska parade. They're walking around, and when I first saw that, they actually had like the little sparklers that you see on 4th of July, but because of regulations and things of that nature, why they don't want you to carry anything flammable on board, they had just one of those lights that stays lit all the time, like a little flash bulb or whatever, flashlight thing. So it was still fun, but it wasn't as exciting as having the live, flame or whatever come out. Even though one of the desserts, they did do a flambe type of dessert. I think it was bananas Foster. So, other than that, that's the only flammable flame type things you saw like out in the open outside of the kitchen area. So, yes. So that's it for now. Please hit the like button. And part 2 will be what I wore for just the evening portion of our 7-day cruise to Alaska on the Princess Ruby. Thanks again for watching. Bye.